What's up, guys? I'm randomfrankp, and we are actually back with episode 267 of Room Tour Project, the series we show off some of the best setups to give you some ideas and inspiration for your own setup. It's been a minute, huh? I know. But we're back today with the Ultimate Setup Edition, showing off some absolute killer ones. If you see anything you liked, I'll have it all listed for you in the description down below, so you can check it out. We'll kick it off now. 267.
This episode is sponsored by the Corsair K70 Pro Mini Wireless. Their brand new 60% wireless hot swap keyboard, meaning you can swap out the switches to your liking. Compatible with any MX style switch, you can go from clicky, linear to tactile, the ball's in your court. Plus, with a standard bottom row and a built-in 360-degree light strip around the case, you can now customize the wireless keyboard more than ever. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link for you in the description down below for the brand new K70 Pro Mini Wireless. First up today, we are starting off strong, obviously, with the triple monitor setup, big TV over on the right side of the setup as well, and obviously a ton of RGB, pop, and color all around the room. So for this one, we're rocking an kjlin desktop with the Alex drawers, and for the main monitors, hopping right in, the primary is 34-inch Alienware, with the two Philips monitors on the vertical side being 24 inches. Behind the desk, we have RGB, as well as behind the monitors, get ready for this, we have the Govee Glide wall lights, 14 Nanoleaf light panels, and 9 Colorlight hexagon panels below the TV. So just all around the room, making it pop. For the main peripherals here, with Logitech G915 TKL with the Logitech G900 mouse on a Corsair MM700 RGB extended mousepad. We also have the Elgato Stream Deck, and then for audio on the Corsair ST100 RGB headset stand is Logitech G733 Lightspeed. Now, for his PC build, over on the right side of the setup is the Lian Li O11 DX Dynamic case, and inside the Ryzen 7 3800X with an NZXT Kraken Z63 AIO. Got 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro RAM on an Asus ROG Crosshair 8 Hero motherboard with an MSI RTX 2080 Ti Gaming X Trio graphics card. But man, everything is laid out so nicely. And then again, over on the other side mounted is his Samsung 4K TV. It's a 43-inch. Surrounded by a bunch of gaming like pop figures, an entirely massive, neatly organized manga collection there with all the anime books. This is just absolutely mind-blowing, but super organized and laid out really nicely as well. So, killer job here from Denostations. Now, next up is Hound, and this is definitely not your traditional overkill gaming setup, because the way it's laid out is so unique, very creative, but also super clean and minimal at the same time. But I'm loving the way this all just comes together. So checking it out for the three monitors, his center monitor is an Asus 31.5-inch with two BenQ 22-inch monitors on each side. But check this out. For his center Asus monitor, he actually has it mounted on the wall, but he left the actual stand on, and that's acting like a makeshift shelf pretty much. That's such a unique idea. I've never seen that done before. And then mounted there, he has his two speakers. It's the dual Unz Angle 3, so they're two paired in stereo mode, and it works out great. Look at that. For his peripherals, he's a Royal Clutch RK100 with the Logitech MX Master 2 mouse on a faux leather mousepad. And then for a secondary peripheral, he just has an Xbox One controller. But for the desktop, that is it. Nothing else. Nothing else unnecessary. Not even a lamp, because he has one of those monitor light bars, help freeing up space. So his PC is mounted off the side of his desk by the actual legs. It's the InPlay Wind 01 case with a Ryzen 3 3100 CPU inside with a Noctua NH L9A Chromax cooler, 16 gigs of Patriot Viper RAM, and an Asus GTX 1650 Super. But peep this under desk cable management. This is a thing of beauty. Like, I look at this and I'm just like, wow, I love this. And it's the nerdiest thing I could ever say, but it's true. So Hound, this is a crazy good setup. I love the natural tones with the green wallpaper and the wooden desk. It's so clean and organized. This is a killer setup. Now, man, we've got kjlin here, and this is absolutely wild. all those pixels, all that monitor screen real estate, holy. To give you an idea of the scale of the actual hardware and stuff on his desktop, take a look at how small the PS5 looks over on the left side of the desk. And the PS5 is massive, but compared to the monitors, it looks tiny. This is just absolutely insane. So for his primary display, it's a 48-inch 4K OLED Gigabyte Aorus model. It's 120 Hz with two Samsung G9 Neo 49-inch monitors vertically on each side. They're 240 Hz as well, so just so much screen real estate. So checking out the peripherals now, we have an E-White Glorious MGK Pro keyboard, customized it a bit, looking really nice, with a light Logitech G Pro X Super Light mouse, and a really nice looking stone color Orbiky desk pad. His headphones are mounted underneath the desk, the Sennheiser HD 800S, no biggie, with the Audio Engine HD4 speakers. They're on each side of his primary monitor, with an S8 subwoofer underneath the desk, and two Elgato Stream Decks on his desktop. Now, powering that crazy configuration is going to be a lovely build with the Lian Li O11 Dynamic XL ROG case with an Intel i9 12900K CPU with an NZXT Kraken Z73 RGB AIO, 64 gigs of Corsair Dominator Platinum RGB RAM on an Asus ROG Maximus Z690 Formula White Edition motherboard with an ROG Strix RTX 3090 white GPU as well. So matching it with that icy white galactic sort of theme. And then obviously with all the RGB components inside, he can change it up and match whatever theme he has going on in his room. Also around, just really neatly laid out shelves, some collectibles, lenses, a whole separate streaming setup right next to the desk as well, but everything just looks so nice. Now, I gotta be honest, as crazy and overkill as this setup looks, I gotta know, can you actually take advantage of the two 49-inch ultra-wides vertically like that? It's definitely weighing on me, but regardless, it looks insanely cool, and I absolutely love this. So we've seen 3 monitors. How about 4 monitors now from Mike with the quadruple layout here, making it look like one giant screen pretty much, but a really sick looking L-shaped desk, which is homemade, by the way. This is a homemade acacia butcher block that he had top stained like a carbon gray to match the overall vibe and theme of his room. So, checking it out, he has a LG 34-inch ultrawide as his top and bottom, and the 2 side monitors are LG 27-inch. They're the Ultra Gear model, so going all LG here for the quadruple setup. Now, checking out the peripherals, his keyboard is the Asus ROG Claymore with the Logitech G502. Shout out to my G502 OGs out there. And for audio mounted on stands on each side where he's sitting here, those speakers are from Kanto. They're the Tuck, and then underneath he has the Kanto Sub 6, which is the subwoofer. Then underneath, also mounted, are his headsets. We got the Asus ROG Delta S, also the HyperX Cloud Pro gaming headset. On the left side of the L-shaped desk, he has more of a clean section here with a pegboard, things mounted up there like extra controllers, Oculus, some posters as well for Alien, really digging that. Also the mounted PC. These wall-mounted ones are always crazy, and this is no exception. Inside an Intel i9 12900KF CPU, cooled by the Corsair Hydro X Series XC7 RGB Pro water block, with an Asus ROG Strix RTX 3080 V2 GPU, cooled by the Corsair Hydro X Series XG7 water block. Got 64 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z5 RGB series RAM, all inside the Thermaltake Core P3 tempered glass case, and a bunch of other color matched and Cerakoted components here, just to make the final product here look as gorgeous as it clearly does. Speaking of which, let's hear it for the cable management. Look at that. That is perfection. Even has this integrated light strip built into the board behind the desk. Again, all custom made. It is mind-blowing how flawless this entire setup is. Mike, this is an absolute 100 rating out of 10 every day of the week. Gotta hand it to you. This is awesome. Then lastly, today's a bit of a different one, but you gotta check this out. This is MGK, not Machine Gun Kelly, but Mike Game Killer, as you can see from his monitor wallpaper. And what's really cool and creative about this setup is not only is it one of those closet setups where literally the entire setup is built stealthily into the closet, but the room is pretty much like a whole gaming arcade. So very cool gaming room altogether. Definitely a cool spot. So you have not only the actual PC gaming setup, but a big TV with the entertainment setup, pinball, some of the old classics, like a throwback to the Simpsons arcade game that I used to play at my local Imagination Zone, if you even know what that is, back in the 90s. Just really cool as a designated gaming room. Now, unfortunately, MGK only supplied us his PC specs. He didn't really give us any actual information on his setup hardware, but judging from it, you know, got the 3 monitors there. I do know his peripherals. We got a GMMK TKL, as well as their Model O wireless, but yeah, unfortunately, you can't really make out much of the other stuff. You can see like a Stream Deck and all that, RGB lights behind the monitors, so we won't do much more of a deep dive here. It's still, as a whole, a really cool gaming room, as you saw, with the trio of gaming going on. PC, entertainment setup, and the arcade vibes.
Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 267 of Room Tour Project. Hope you enjoyed this Ultimate Setup Edition. Like I said, all the gear and hardware you saw will be listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out, as well as very simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered to be on a future episode. If you think you can compete with some of these Ultimate ones, definitely submit. If you like this episode, give it a big thumbs up, show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hope you all enjoy it. Have a good day.